Hey Brick fans, this is Dave from Brick 101, and today we're looking at the entire collection of McFarlane Toys Five Nights at Freddy's characters. This is every character from every set released in waves 1 through 4, except for Control Module, getting that soon. Pretty much totally complete collection of every possible animatronic that you could have from Five Nights at Freddy's McFarlane Toys sets as of right now at the end of February 2018. And also don't forget you've got a few days left to enter our Five Nights at Freddy's McFarlane Toys set giveaway. We're giving away 3 different sets. You can enter with the link in the description between now and the end of February 2018. And there's a link in the description where you can find many of the McFarlane Toys Five Nights at Freddy's construction sets on sale. Check them out on Amazon if you want to get some of these characters for your own. And as always, many thanks to McFarlane Toys for sending me many of these sets for free, though some I did buy with my own money, probably about 70% to 30% at this point. If you've watched one of these videos previously, you know what to expect. Let's jump right into it and start looking at all these cool characters. So let's start off by looking at the characters from the first Five Nights at Freddy's game. This is the only game to date that has a complete line of all the characters represented in McFarlane Toys. You've got Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Golden Freddy, the Endoskeleton, and even the Little Cupcake. All of these characters came from the very first wave of McFarlane Toys sets back in 2016, so they are pretty hard to find now since those sets have been off the shelves for a while. Hopefully McFarlane Toys will reproduce some of those sets and make these characters available again. I get a lot of fans requesting where can they find these. Unfortunately, the answer is they're really hard to find now in 2018, so get a time machine, I guess, or pay a lot on eBay. But yeah, that's the full lineup of characters from the first Five Nights at Freddy's.
There's actually a couple other characters from the first Five Nights at Freddy's. There is Phone Guy and Mike Schmidt, the guard.
Yeah, but how would they even do that? We never see them in the game in any way, shape, or form, so what would McFarlane Toys even base that off of? It'd be total speculation.
Total speculation is what I do best. I think they'd look like this. Scribble, 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 scribble.
Huh, interesting. That's a really good drawing. Too bad the viewers can't see it. Okay, now let's look at the characters from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This game by far has the most characters represented in McFarlane Toys. A whole bunch of animatronics and other characters. You've got the toy animatronics, Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, and Mangle if you count that, Withered Foxy, Withered Bonnie, Withered Chica, Withered Freddy, Shadow Bonnie and Freddy, 3 plushes, the Paper Pals, Balloon Boy, and the Puppet. That's a lot of characters. I think they did a really good job translating pretty much all of these. I've made some minor critiques over time about these, but most of these characters turned out spot on. They all have the persistent loose leg problem, but that's true across all the characters. There's only 3 characters that I think they might still do from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. That would be a Withered Golden Freddy, which would be a pretty easy recolor of Shadow Freddy. Then they have the Bear Endoskeleton 02, Endo 02 as it's known, which shows up in the vent. They might do that with a vent set. And then there's JJ, aka Balloon Girl, who shows up under the desk in the office. So I could see them doing an office set with possibly JJ, Withered Golden Freddy, and maybe another set with an Endo in the vent if they continue doing characters from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. You could argue that maybe there's some more plushes they should do from this, like the Golden Freddy plush that you can win by playing the custom night, but I don't know that that really shows up in game, like within the world, so I don't know that we'd see anything like that. There's also a possibility they could do Toy Chica with a beak, or pre-Mangle, as some people call the Foxy that would have existed before Mangle. Yeah, again, those are characters that are definitely not as known as much, so I don't know if they would go for them, but they said that they're planning all the way up to Wave 6 right now, even though they have no information they've released on Wave 5 or 6 yet, so who knows, there's still quite a few characters they could squeeze out. Okay, I'm just gonna practice my jump scare. Hoo-ah! 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 Pretty good. I'm basically the creepiest character in this game. Definitely got that in the bag. Yeah, puppet. Oh, hey, Withered Bunny. I didn't see you just standing there all creepily without a face and staring at me. Kind of creeping me out, man. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm scared. Ah! Blah. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is definitely the saddest, poorest represented of the games from McFarlane Toys. We've only got 4 characters: Phantom Freddy, Phantom Foxy, Phantom Balloon Boy, and Springtrap. Still to come are Phantom Chica, Phantom Mangle, the Phantom Puppet, and possibly the Shadow Freddy that appears in this game, which might be slightly different than the Shadow Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I think that there's a really good chance we'll get Phantom Chica, Phantom Mangle, and the Phantom Puppet in Wave 5 because they don't have a lot of other kind of main characters from the first 5 games to go to. And I don't know that they'll have Five Nights at Freddy's 6 characters ready in time for Wave 5. We'll see. But I do think we'll get at least a couple more Phantoms in the next wave of sets.
Hi, glow in the dark. Love me. Love me. Love me.
So there's a nice amount of characters that have been done from Five Nights at Freddy's 4. We've got Nightmare Foxy, Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Freddy, Nightmare Bonnie, as well as the non-canon Nightmare Mangle. It's got lots of these little characters, including a couple plushes, the Freddles, and Nightmare Balloon Boy, and Nightmare. I think it's likely that Wave 5 will include Nightmare Fredbear, and I'd be willing to bet that Plushtrap will be not far behind. I think, considering they've already done a couple of the non-canon characters, I think Nightmarione is a pretty safe bet for a future wave, and even Jacko Bonnie and Jacko Chica. Whether they'll ever do anything based on the original Springtrap suits of Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, that's less likely since those only really show up in pixelated form, so I don't know that we'd ever get like a full 3D sculpt of those. But if they do a third series of 8-bit characters, getting a Spring Bonnie, I think there might be a possibility.
You know, Nightmare Freddy, since my set came with a Foxy plush, I thought your set would come with a Mangle plush, and it's kind of really disappointing that it didn't. Yeah, I just really want a little cute plush of myself. Is that so much to ask?
I have a telephone. Would you like a telephone?
No, I really don't want a telephone. As I discussed, I just want Mangle plush. That's all I asked for.
Telephone. Bring.
Last but not least, we have the sister location animatronics, including Funtime Freddy with Bonbon, Funtime Foxy, Baby, Ennard, these weird little creepy dolls that hang on the wall, Plush Fredbear, Lolbit, and Yendo. Now, technically, there are 3 other sister location characters that have been revealed that will be in an upcoming set, including Ballora, Biddy-Bab, and Jump Scare Funtime Foxy. However, I have searched everywhere for that set, and it is not available currently anywhere I can find. I don't know how a certain other YouTuber got their hands on it already. I assume that magic was involved. There are also a few characters left after that could show up from sister location, including Minarina, Bonnet, and Electrobab. Bonnet and Electrobab were supposed to be in the private room set with Lolbit and Yendo, so I assume that just something happened and they've been pushed later in production, but it seems like they had already at least planned those, so be very surprised if we don't get them at some point. And since they've done a jump scare version of Funtime Foxy, it's possible that we'd also get jump scare versions of Funtime Freddy and maybe even Baby. So some different possibilities there for Sister Location. And of course, as soon as I am able to track down the control module set, you will see a review of it here on Brick 101.
Okay, lining these up perfectly. Everything is nice and aligned. Don't forget Bon Bon! I didn't forget Bon Bon. I specifically mentioned Bon Bon. You were there. Don't forget Bon Bon? Are you just like the Kool-Aid man or something? You just burst in and say a catchphrase? Don't forget Bon Bon!
And just to be complete, let's also take a quick look at all of the 8-bit buildable characters that have been released across 2 series plus 1 special exclusive. So all told, they are Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, the Puppet, Golden Freddy and Mangle, Purple Guy, Balloon Boy, the Brother, the Bite, Crying Child, Plush Fredbear, Plush Bonnie, and Plush Chica. There are still a few different 8-bit characters they could theoretically do if they did a 3rd series of these. My bet would definitely be on Circus Baby being one of those. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of the 8-bit characters and which ones you think they would do in another series. That's everything. So that should be all of the Five Nights at Freddy's characters that have been released by McFarlane Toys to date. This video should be accurate as of the end of February 2018. So people from the future, please remember that I cannot see the future, but you can, and I am in the past. Greetings from the past. Yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Brick 101, and check out all my other Five Nights at Freddy's videos.